I'm Coleman Proctor, professional team roper, depending on which day it is, but I was gonna show you around Toter 2.0. This is my second one, just did the rebuild on it, and I'm so excited to show it to you. So I'm a Toter guy. I do have a living quarters trailer, but when I'm on the road all summer, I like being in a Toter home. It's so much more comfortable to travel in. It's so much easier to get rest all night whenever you've been driving. I actually sold my first Toter, and so I just got this one picked up before the summer started. And Signature Living Quarters did a heck of a job refreshing it, just rebuilding it. I didn't want to gut it completely because both time and money. And so we kept some of the good stuff that it had before. It had this really pretty black tile, which whenever you're rodeoing, you want something that's easy to clean. You need a lot of storage. One of the greatest things for this one, when I run my podcast out of here, I needed a table that was adjustable. So we got automatic table, baby. This one had a much larger suite above the cab. The last one was just maybe a little bit claustrophobic feeling. This one's real big and open. Signature came through, they moved our entertainment center to give us more room for, that's Tiffany's domain. She sleeps up there. So we wanted to keep the noise as far away from her as possible. So big thing was the double doors going into the cab. You gotta be able to block off the living area from the front. And with just a simple pocket door, you can access the front real easy. Hat racks were a huge must. I talk about it all the time. There's 7 hat racks in this baby because I like to have a lot of boots and I like to have a lot of hats. That's kind of my signature stuff. So this goes right into what is the coolest part of Toter 2.0 because there's not a lot of sport decks, and Toters with a sport deck are the kind with a flatbed on them that have a rear bedroom. And so this was kind of a rare find to find a rear bedroom. One thing Signature does is they always make it your own. They bring in, my family portraits and everything. So no matter if I'm 2 time zones away from my wife and kids, I always get to wake up to them every morning. This thing will turn into a cave. Like I can turn off the lights, be in the middle of the day and be able to come back there and take a nap. I can keep it whatever temperature I want. I have my own dish receiver back here so I can watch whatever I want to. Huge bathroom. And that's so nice because I like getting ready. I like to listen to my music, drink my coffee, shave in the morning, big shower. My 2 oldest ones will come join us for the week. We head back to Kansas. And so having this rig, we can kind of keep the wheels moving. They can get in here and watch TV and lay down, and it gives them a great place to stay cool. I don't think my wife's gonna let my little baby come with me just yet and have all 3, but we don't do any cooking. We do a lot more Uber Eatsing. But look at the beautiful backsplash. Is that not cool? And it matches it up perfectly. That it does have a burner stove in case we do want to get in here and get to cooking. But for the most part, we use a microwave. I put a brand new refrigerator in here. Always gonna be stocked with my Topo Chico. I'm a Topo Chico guy. Learned to pop it off of my belt buckle is why it took me till 37 to graduate college. We got the snack drawer above the couch just in case. I'm entering the time event next year, so I've had to cut weight, but I still keep the goods around. You know what I mean? We still got time. That's next March. So, I started off in a 3-horse bumper pull and a Capri camper my dad traded for with $250 and a pair of boots. So that was my first actual rodeo rig, and I was so proud of it. I remember being very excited about that rig, and then of course I got upgraded into my first living quarters trailer. It cost $42,000. I had to move heaven and earth just to make that happen, thinking, how am I ever gonna afford this? And rodeoed out of that one till I made my first national finals in 2014. Oh my gosh, this is Tiff right here, right? Have a rough day at the office? What's Tiff do? You know what I mean? Chocolate. How can you go wrong with chocolate in Topo Chico? Oh. Sorry, I get distracted by a milkshake. Like I said, I'm an athlete in prime form, fixing to start bulldog. My wife will tell you, if we see an In-N-Out, I'm going to get in there. We go with the theory of we'll get in there and eat, and then we'll figure out how to get out.
So is it a learning curve to be able to haul something this long down?
It's really not as bad as I thought it would be, which this one being a double axle, which was a huge deal. It's so much smoother than a single axle. My last one was a single axle, but the other one turned a little sharper. But now it's like if the nose of the Toter will go, the whole rig follows it. But I went with the trainer tack on this trailer because it's so much nicer. My wife runs barrels and she's not the tallest lady in the world. So to be able to load her stuff and I have to step in and out of something, that was always irritating. Storage for water. When you haul as many horses as we do, because I tend to have 5 to 6 with me about all the time, usually my own. Spare generator, because I promise you, without a good generator, none of these rigs are very nice. They're all just a huge hot box. I actually bought a golf cart on the road this summer. We haven't got to unload it just a whole lot yet, but that's how we can get around if we need to. So in here this is kind of our storage. That's where I keep most of my rope boxes and stuff. Extra boots stay under the lid. And then I just had some nice little cabinets put in so they can keep my clothes nice. And then if we had to, this does have an air conditioner on it and a plug-in. So if you had to, with the Toter, it's got a 50 amp plug on the back. So like my best friend Jake Long, every time he gets a chance, he tries to park next to me and just plug into my generator because, as he likes to say, it's already running. Everything, and the only reason that we get to Rodeo, no matter what's pulling this trailer, like this trailer is probably the most important part because I need them hauling comfortable. I need something that's gonna hold up. I need them to be able to not hurt themselves when they're in there. And I think that's one thing Twister does, they go above and beyond.